Okay, thank you very much, Tyler. Sal Capaccio, WGR Radio in Buffalo. First of all, congratulations. Welcome to Buffalo and welcome to the NFL. Kicker is not a spot that has a lot of draft picks. Obviously, you're considered one of the top in the country. Did you think you'd get drafted? Expect you'd get drafted? What were the emotions like when you got drafted?
Yeah, first and foremost, I appreciate it. I feel like, I had a good college career, had a good showing at the Senior Bowl, at the Combine, fortunate enough, I had Pro Day with Coach Heath Farwell was there. So going into the draft, I know a lot of kickers, it's rare to get picked, but, for what we put on tape, I feel like we had a really good shot to. And, just to get that call from the Buffalo Bills, man, sitting at home with my family, it was a dream come true. I'm still kind of in shock, but, I cannot be happier for being selected, and I cannot stress how excited I am to get to work and get to play for the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler John Scott from Spectrum News in Buffalo. Congratulations. Just curious, your history and experience with various types of weather conditions here in Buffalo. I don't know how familiar you are, but the wind can really swirl and there's a lot of adverse type of conditions that you'll be kicking in. What sort of experience do you have in a diversified type of weather?
Coming from Georgia Southern, we're really close to the inlet, so we get a lot of wind from the oceans. But we've played. I think one of my best games was at App State. We played in the snow, we played in the wind, we played in the sleet. I've played against Minnesota, played against UMass. So, that kind of cold and that kind of wind, I'm used to, and it's something I've been training at throughout my whole career. So I would say, for it, and I'm just keep doing what I've always done.
Yeah, Tyler, we were reading some of the stuff that the Bills put out, and the story about your grandmother is very interesting. Can you kind of tell us about the role she's played in your life, and I guess driving you back and forth to practice? Just give us a little bit of insight about that relationship.
She was the whole reason I started playing football. She was my coach throughout high school. Never really had a coach. Her only advice was to kick it far and kick it through the uprights. So, that's really all you can ask for. And she would take me to practice every day, help me shag balls because, it was just me out there sometimes. And she'd bring me food and stuff. And so then after that, I went to Georgia Southern. She never missed a game. Even if it was in New Mexico, she was there. So, seeing her in the stands really, just drives me to become better. Just seeing what she's gone through in life, and I want to make her proud. So, yeah.
Can you spell her name for us writers?
Yeah. So you want her, what we call her, or her real name?
Her real name. And what you call her is fine.
Rebecca Lusk, and Lusk is Lusk.
Okay. And what do you call her?
We call it Mamaw, which is Mamaw.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Tyler, Chris Brown from BuffaloBills.com. Welcome to Buffalo.
Thank you.
I was trying to find some breakdowns on your splits in terms of number of 50-yarders and that kind of stuff. And coach wasn't shy about trotting you out for some long distance.
Yeah. No, he wasn't.
How many 50-yarders plus would you say you probably had attempt-wise over the last few years?
I've only had a few attempt-wise just because we haven't been in that position to have those 50-yarders. But I remember I had one a couple years ago in the Camellia Bowl at halftime. But I've had a lot. I think I broke the record with the most in between 40 and 50. That was really – we'd get down there, we'd probably kick about a 4-yarder. So I broke the record in that and squished, and also broke the record for most field goals made this season. But as far as long field goals, I've had a few longs from like 50, but we haven't had much, not a whole lot of attempts back there. But, my range, I'm good from, I like to think I'm good from about 60, 65. So.
And then were you kicking on turf or grass at Georgia Southern?
We were kicking on turf, but we practiced on grass. So I've seen it all.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm from the Buffalo News. What's the longest kick you've ever made?
In my life?
Yep.
I actually made one yesterday from 71 yards. I went out and got some practice. I had a little wind behind me, and hit a 71-yarder.
And then you obviously you had a really good track record for kicking touchbacks.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
and you actually got better this year as this past
Yes, sir.
season, 2019. You know, just what do you think about that? How confident are you in that? And what is the key to doing that? Well?
Yeah, I'm confident in kickoffs. You know, that's what I first started doing at Georgia Southern. I was doing kickoffs. I was competing with Young Wade Coos with the Falcons right now. We were teammates for a couple of years, so I was doing kickoffs, and you know, I really pride myself on that. You know, a lot of people, some people take that play off, but for me, I pride myself off that, and I pride myself off kicking in the end zone just to, you know, make sure they don't return it. And if it's a dangerous returner, I emphasize kicking it in the end zone. So I would just say I've always prided myself on that. And I'll always, which was kicking.
Did you have any contact with the Bills since the pro day?
Yes, I had not really, but I had a interview with the mental health doctor, and we discussed just mental health and how I approach the game and stuff, but not a whole lot of contact since pro day.
Thank you.
No problem.
Tyler, how's it going? Mookie Hawkins, Waffle Sports 1080 now. You've been kind of like the trendsetter, coming all the way from walking on to Georgia Southern, and now to becoming, some say, is the number one, kicker coming off the board here. I mean, we're talking 55, touchbacks out of 72, a perfect PAT. What were some of the things that the Bills liked, some of the qualities that they liked in you, and how much pride do you take in, having touchbacks?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the qualities they just saw a guy that no matter what was going on, he just put his head down and he worked. He always competed, and he always had to earn everything that he had. Nothing was given to him. I would think of myself as a guy with confidence and a guy that really just prides himself off being the best he can be, and just becoming better each and every day. But I think some of the qualities they saw also would be my explosiveness through my leg. And then, some of my kickoffs of getting good hang time and good distance. That's what I would say.
Congratulations, Tyler. Welcome to Buffalo.
Hey, Tyler, it's Josh Reed with the CBS station in Buffalo. Congratulations, first off.
Thank you so much.
Kind of build off of what Mookie said, I guess. Walk on. What's the journey? What's the journey been to get to this point?
It's not easy. It's tough. You really got to just continue to grind. You can't worry about anything else that's going on, even though you might not agree with it. You just got to put your head down and keep working, and eventually it's going to pay off. And that's what I did. I trusted my abilities, and I also just grew into who I was as a kicker on and off the field. I just continuously got better each and every day, competed, and then never took no for an answer, and just continue to work my tail off and to get to the point I am now.
Tyler, one quick follow-up question for you. Kickers, much like closers in baseball, can be an interesting, quirky maybe is the right word, when it comes to just the mental process that you have to go to and kind of state that you have to get yourself into. How would you describe yourself and your character?
I would just say, easygoing guy. I have my routine, but, I just, only thing I focus on is just, one kick at a time. I go out, either if I make a kick or I miss a kick, I'm going out and I forget about it, I'm on to the next kick. Because at the end of the day, you can make a 60-yard kick, and then you have a 30-yard attempt right after. You're only as good as your next kick. So for me, I approach each kick as if it was the same kick with the same amount of importance. Like I would approach it like a game winner each and every kick. Just so, I just am always ready for that moment.